What's up, YouTube? Dark Lord of Sword here. This is part 3 of my examination of NERF Stryfe bolter conversion kits. It's looking at the kit from NoNonsenseNerf and Foamdemic. I want to start by saying I think these are both excellent cosmetic kits. I think either one would be great for anyone who is interested in 40k and NERF. However, I think each is better for some things than for other things. To start, the Foamdemic kit. This is a toolless installation. Absolutely nothing is required in the way of tools. A little bit of glue would be a good idea. The barrel shroud is not an attachment, and it just slides on, and so a little bit of glue might be a good idea there. Everything else attaches by either friction fit for the skulls and the stock attachment, and slides onto an existing attachment, and like the foregrip, which can only go on one way. There's a slot. The slot changes shape, so it can only go on one direction. Or else it snaps onto one of the sling mounts. It's up top and on the bottom of the grip. This one, I would say, is better if you want it to stay as a functional Nerf blaster, because it leaves you with full access to the battery tray and to the jam door. It stays very thin. It stays the same dimensions as a normal Stryfe. So, but that does mean that it doesn't cover any of the shell molding of a Stryfe. So this is still very visibly a Stryfe. It just has more of a bolter profile from the side. Meanwhile, the NoNonsenseNerfing kit, I would say, is better if you want to make yourself a bolter for cosplay. This does require some tools for the install. The 3 pieces of the top of the covering plates are held together by a set of these 8 machine screws, so it requires a hex screw to get those on. And unfortunately, it's hard to show one-handed, but behind the barrel plate, there's a piece that attaches to the sling mount inside here. There's a long NERF screw included with that, and that hooks into there, and then that gives you a piece of top rail that this white piece here slides onto, in addition to the standard top rail to help hold all that together. Other than that, everything is just friction fit, though. And it all slides onto the existing mounting pieces. Well, obviously, apart from the Aquila and the flame and the winged skulls, those have to be glued on. But anyway, this does look better as a cosplay piece. It has closer to the correct proportions for a bolter. It's much more boxy. But it does cover the battery tray cover. So that's much harder to act. So that would require you to either modify the whole thing to give you an external rechargeable power port like a LiPo, or to simply disassemble the whole thing every time you want to change the batteries. It also covers the jam door, which can be a problem if you've ever used a Stryfe. My one complaint about this kit is that it doesn't come with a pommel cap, which I think is very, very useful and really helps fit the aesthetic. I would be remiss to if I didn't point out that NoNonsenseNerf does offer the option to essentially expand this section here to make room for an extended battery tray in cover. So that is available. So better for cosplay, better if you want to use it as a Nerf blaster. I'm actually going to be combining parts of both of these. I'll be using probably the stock cap and the pommel cap on otherwise just this in order to make myself my ideal cosplay bolter. I have ordered a second Foamdemic kit to make myself one of theirs. But I'll be using the other parts from this one on a NERF Ghost. 1 second. To make myself an Orc Shooter. So look forward to that in the future. I've included the links to both Etsy stores in the comments below. Unfortunately, the No-Nonsense Nerf version is not currently available, but keep an eye on it for when it's back in stock, and check out their other items. The Foamdemic one is currently available. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Dark Lord.